Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Welcome to the start of another week. Some inspirational coffee, I like to call it, first thing on a Monday morning. For those of you watching from other places across the world where it might be a different time than 8 o'clock in the morning for you, good afternoon, good night, early morning, whatever time it might be. Welcome to our Monday morning conversation where we talk about manifesting, all the ways that we can do things to help us manifest faster. And sometimes we have to have a conversation around some of the things that might slow our manifesting down. So as I see you guys joining, good morning, Valerie. Happy Monday. Hey, Lisa. Mwah. This is really early for you. Grateful that you're all here. And one of the things that we love to do in our family is greet and love on each other and just celebrate the start of the week in this sacred space that we have, this place to be amongst each other and share our dreams, talk about what we're looking forward to manifesting this week. Hey, Camille, Leslie, oh my gosh, Teresa, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. So first of all, let's just start. I think I'm finally starting to come down from the high of our manifesting party this weekend. So those of you that are watching and you were there, can you just how about hashtag manifesting party? I don't know about you, that was awesome. I didn't realize when the whole thing was done, I literally sat here in my chair for like an hour, just coming down. And Lamont, who was helping me with the production, he could see that I was there. So finally he texted me. He was like, I can see you're still kind of like calming down. That was absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Hey, Nads. Hey, Carly. Really early for you, Carly. Hey, Teresa. Yes, I loved looking at your manifesting boards. Those of you that did share it. And oh, by the way, let me just pause for a moment and say, we realized while we were doing the live that I was asking you to share your board so that you could all support each other while we were on the live and to share it in the comments. And I think we had a little glitch where that wasn't working for some people. So just so you know, because I want every single one of your boards supported, I want us all to be given the chance to say to you, congrats, and I'm so happy for you. So if you were at the party and you did your board and you were having trouble loading it during the live, in the group, so go to Facebook and search Money Attraction Community. Money Attraction Community. I don't want to pause to type that. Just go to Facebook and Money Attraction Community. We put a big purple banner, big purple image up that said, please post your boards. So I've been checking that every couple hours since the weekend just to make sure every single person's image of their board was supported. So if you didn't have a chance to do that, that's where we've now created a space for you to go in our community, Money Attraction Community, and post your board. All right. Yes. Manifesting party. I love it. Hashtag manifesting party. Did you guys, Nat said it was off the chain. Did you guys have fun doing that? Oh my gosh. I know. Okay, be present to this conversation, Tasha, because I can talk about that for a whole long time. I will just say there was nothing more fulfilling and pleasing to me, my heart, my purpose, than being in a space with so many of you. There are hundreds that ultimately watched that party who created a visual representation of 2021. For me, what that means is that all of those people have decided and declared this is what I want in my life this year versus just going through life and having whatever life throws at you come at you. Like, we stood in our power, we activated our power, and we said, we are the ones who decide. I am the one who decides. I take full responsibility for that power, and you guys did your boards and made a powerful decision about what you want to experience. And wow, I absolutely loved it. So okay, here we go. This morning we're talking about easy and relaxed success. Now, just to put this in context, we've been leading up to this for a couple weeks. Every Monday morning, we've been having different conversations, and I just want you to see a little of the method to my madness, right? So at the end of the year in December, I asked you to create a word for your year. That was going to be your North Star. This word is going to define how you experience 2021. So everyone did that. Then we went on and we wrote out our intentions in the area of business and career. So our job, our way we make a living, relationships, health, spirituality, and fun, we wrote out our intentions. We literally described in these areas, this is what I'm creating for myself in 2021. We wrote our intentions. Then last week, I asked you to make a commitment for something that you were going to stop doing. Because this thing was, when I do this, when I continue to do this, I realize I'm delaying my manifestation, or it's making me frustrated, or I'm getting impatient, or I'm just being hard on myself. And so we made a decision, we made a commitment about what we were going to stop doing. So having laid the groundwork so well, this morning's conversation, it would probably be, what are you going to start doing? This is about a way of being. And I know for many of these, this is a reminder, because if you've been in our community and our family, we talk about this all the time. Easy and relaxed success. Easy and relaxed success. So for some of you, it's a reminder. Listen, because we all need to be reminded, me, myself included. For some of you, it might be the first time you're hearing it. So what I want to share with you are, some ideas around this concept as a spiritual principle, not something that Tasha just pulled out of a hat and went, oh, this sounds really cool, I want to do this. Like this concept of easy and relaxed while you're becoming successful is actually spiritual. In fact, sit back, it's biblical. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to read for you a passage from the Bible this morning that's like, whew, just hang tight, stay with me. All right, let's just be open. All I'm asking is that you are open and allowing to hearing this and allowing it to land with you. But what I'm really wanting to do ultimately at the end of this conversation this morning is to inspire you to adapt this way of being. It's a way of being that you are going to, if it floats your boat, if you like it. I know it rocks my world. I used to hustle and grind and struggle and sacrifice and work really hard and try to prove, that I was worthy of success with just overdoing till I was exhausted. And I am like a no for that. So when I heard easy and relaxed, I was immediately signed up. Check, 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 sign me up. I'm down for it. And I have been living like that. But I want you to know that there are times when I get carried away. And because efforting was such a part of my being for so long, that, there's sometimes when human nature, I slip back into it and I have to remind myself, no, I have a bigger commitment to easy and relaxed. I laughed at myself this weekend on Friday or Saturday. I think I was connecting with someone about doing some work together. And, there were some things that I needed to do when it was done. And I sat back and I literally heard myself go, this is hard. This doesn't feel easy. Like literally it was to send an email. It was to get some stuff together and send an email. And I sat back and I went, this feels hard. And you would probably think I've become lazy. I know if I were me listening to this conversation, that's absolutely what I would think. But I want you to know it's not about being lazy. It's about being efficient with your energy. What I want you to hear me say, I have proven, and many in our family and our community, when they choose to commit to living like this, have proven that you can do less and achieve more. So what I want you to just sit back and be ready to commit to for 2021 is the way of being that allows you to live this principle of easy and relaxed. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, no more. Angela says no more to working hard. All right, so here we go. I have a question for you guys. Ready? I'm actually going to ask this in two different ways because some of you need to hear it differently. So the first question, Tony Robbins says, the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you're willing to ask yourself. And I've learned that the more deep and profound and even challenging the questions are for me, for myself, is the more I get from them, the more I have to look at myself in the mirror and answer truthfully, and then make a decision to transform. So I'm going to ask you to be brutally honest with yourself in the answer to this question. All right, ready? I want you to say to yourself, have I made an agreement? Have I made an agreement that I have to work hard for success? Have I made an agreement that I have to work hard for success? And here's the other way I'm going to ask that question. Am I, I'm sorry, am I, this is a very intense word, but I want you to hear it because this is really what it is. There's no sugarcoating it. It is what it is. Am I addicted to being busy? Am I a bit addicted to being busy and to working hard to create results? Is that an addiction that I have? And I want you to know that I know that's really powerful, strong language, but I need you to kind of hear it and be charged and jarred by it actually, so that you can really see you could be addicted. I know I'm going to tell you, I'm the first one to say, I grew up on a philosophy that hard work led to success. And I wanted success. I've always been a big dreamer. I've always wanted to be very successful. And I was taught every way I turned, in my religion, in my school, in my family, in everywhere, in my culture, it was, you have to work hard. So because I wanted success so badly, I became addicted to working hard. Diana used to be proud to tell her, I have 1,700 things on my list. I used to be proud to say that. I was having a conversation on Friday with Lubna and Gail. If you guys are watching, shout out to you guys. And, Lubna was sharing with us that people actually are proud to respond. How are you? Oh, I'm busy, so busy, like with pride, that is an addiction. And here's the thing. Why do you have that addiction? This is a whole other conversation, but another big message I have is deservingness. What I came to realize when I asked myself that question was, I felt I needed to prove that I was worthy of the success I was receiving. And the way I would prove that I was worthy was by working harder, working more, doing. So that's a deservingness issue. That is coming from a place that says, I can't just have easy success. Like, I want you to think about that, because this does not come naturally for us. It doesn't. We've heard this for so long that we actually believe it, right? So I want you to just start to open up and think about, wow, like, do I really deserve success being easy? And there's no point in me telling you any more about this, easy and relaxed, and that it's a spiritual law and it works and it's biblical, if you can't even believe you deserve for it to be easy. Right? Does that make sense? Can you guys type yes and let me know if that makes sense? I love it. So Audra, you actually reminded me. So here's what I want you to do. I want every single one of you watching live and watching the replay. I love to get you to type, and it's not because I just love to see a ton of comments. When you type, it's my way of knowing it landed. It also, there's neuroscience that shows when you type or write, it gets into creating a new neural pathway, which means it becomes a new thought that your brain is like, oh, let me see, what is this? Let me do something about this. So every single one of you watching, I want you to type, I choose easy. I choose easy. Every single person, like, choose it this morning. I feel like I'm at church. I choose easy. And I feel like I'm at church because really it is a spiritual message. I choose easy. If I'm the one that decides, I am choosing. I'm deciding I'm going to choose easy. All right. So let's talk about why this is a spiritual law. Many of you will know Deepak Chopra has the 7 spiritual laws, right? And one of those laws is the law of least effort. When I heard this, I was like, sign me up. I'm all about it, Deepak. The law of least effort. And basically, it's the principle that says, when you live in least action, it's the economy of effort. That's what the principle is all about. It says, look at nature as your cue for how we should be living. The grass does not struggle to grow. The flower does not effort to bloom. The birds do not struggle to find food. They are not with their tiny brains flying around all day long going, where's my next meal? When you look at nature, which is, we as humans, we have the capacity to think, and sometimes it works for us and sometimes it works against us. And this is one of the ways where it might be working against us, because we've put so much thought into worrying and what we have to do. And it's like, look at nature. Effortless, carefree. That's our cue. That's our model of what it should be like. Because here's the thing, we're the highest form of creation, we're the highest form of nature. It should be the easiest for us. It should be easier than for the birds and the grass. And that's what it should be. But we've made agreements around working really hard. And so the law of least effort, it says you can do less and accomplish more. And get this, ultimately, the ultimate is you do nothing and achieve everything. I want you all to type that. I can do nothing and achieve everything. I can get there. Now, if you're like me, your ego is going, that's lazy. You got to work. You got to do all this stuff. And that's not what this concept and this principle is about. It's about the economy of effort. It's about leveraging a superpower within you. The thing that makes the grass grow, you have it. You have it even more powerfully, and you're not using it. You're using something very, very weak, which is effort to create. Right? So go back to the very beginning. In the beginning was the word. We just know, like God just said, I would love to see some planets, the ocean, right? What God just like thought it up and created it. Like that is the idea of where we can get to, should we strive to get there. We might not get there in this lifetime, but let us at least choose easier than we've been choosing. The other thing is, I talk a lot about easy and relaxed. And I was blessed to have a best friend that came into my life. And if you've never heard this story before, those of you that hear it, everybody loves it. So I meet Diane, and we're getting to know each other, and we decide we're going to go into business together. We're going to become business partners. So I say to her, all right, we're doing this business. It's brand new. We're kicking it off the ground. There's a lot of work we need to do. And every Monday morning, I would send her an email or a text with like a bazillion things to do, because that's what I knew. Let's make a checklist. How many of you do that? Let's make a to-do list. And it's like pages long. You haven't even started the week. You just did your to-do list and you're exhausted. So Diane was like, she just pulled me aside one day and she was like, I really like you. You are a very nice girl. I would love to be friends with you. Business partners, I would love to even do that with you. It would be fun. But you work too hard. I don't think I can do it. And literally, our friendship was on the brink of extinction in that moment, because she was standing so powerfully in what she believed, which was easy and relaxed. So I said to her, well, what do you do every day if you're not working this hard? What do you do? Because she had a very successful business, right? She had a whole other business on the side. In fact, I was curious. She never went to this business. She stayed home all day. It was making a ton of money. And I was like, I can't even wrap my head around what you're doing. Maybe your husband is running the business. I don't even know. But for this business with me and you, we're going to work really hard for success. And she was like, no. So I said, well, what do you do? She said, I sit on my balcony all day long. I enjoy the water. I sit in gratitude. And she went on and on and on with all this. I was like, we call that lazy. You're lazy. That's what you are. Right. And she was like, call it what you want, Tasha. But I tell you what, why don't you try it for 90 days and see what happens? And I did. And I've never looked back, because here's what she taught me. When I sat and I felt good and I worked on feeling good and I became aligned and I wrote in my journal and I listened to things that uplifted me and I just filled me up. When it came to taking action, my actions were so inspired. I literally, I got to the point where I was getting told, do this today. By my higher power, by God. That action is so efficient that you can do one thing in a day versus 100. Are you guys getting that? So that's where I learned easy and relaxed, and I became committed to it. I was like, I will not go back. Forget it. No way. I'm never going back. And every time I kind of get caught in the loop again, I have to start all over. But I'm committed to easy and relaxed. So now here's where it became really, as long as I've been living this, and I know this is the way I choose to live. But late last year, I decided I really wanted to understand more about the life of Jesus. Because I don't know if you know it, my friends, but a lot of the teachers that I listen to on manifesting have said one thing that I keep hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. And I was like, finally, late last year, said, I want to know more about that. And they say the Bible is the biggest book about manifestation. And in fact, that Jesus was the most powerful human model of the power to manifest. So because this is what I live, preach, believe, teach, all that, it's like I need to understand this Jesus guy. I need to study his life. So I really started studying, and I came across this story that I had never heard. And I grew up very religious. I'd never heard this story. And when I read it last year, I'm going to read it to you so that those of you that really, you are very strong Christians and you believe in the principles of the Bible, maybe this will take you over the edge about easy and relaxed. So here we go. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, by the way, I'm reading from Luke 10, verse 38. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat, listen to this, this is what Mary did. Listen carefully what Mary did. Mary sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But let's just circle the word but, right? Mary sat at his feet, easy and relaxed, and just listened. But Martha is about to do the total opposite, right? But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left all the work for me to do? Tell her to help me. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Oh my gosh. But only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. My friends, easy and relaxed, it's totally biblical. It is like the master of all masters, Jesus, approved it, certified, you're good. He said, Mary has chosen the right way. She's chosen to just sit and chill and be. And whatever she's going to be inspired to do, when she's inspired, she'll do it. You're over here busy, working hard, worrying about whatever there is to worry about, right? Thank you, Jackie. Mary has chosen what is better, my friends. When you type this morning, I choose easy, you have chosen what is better. So I'm going to give you one last way to look at this. Imagine going to a well, a deep well. This is the only way you get water. You have to go to this well to get water. You go to the well and you stand there and you see a lever. But no, you don't know how to use the lever. You know how to put your water in the well. You put your bucket in the well, and you have to wait for it to fall all the way, because this well is so deep for you to get water, right? So you're standing there with your bucket over this well, scared because God forbid you could fall in, but you got to see the bucket go all the way down. You lower your bucket. You have to stand there and wait and wait and wait for it to get to the bottom. Finally, you feel it hit water. Now you have the arduous task of pulling that bucket up all the way back up full of water. It is going to take you effort and strength, and you're worrying, the gravity of this bucket versus your body weight. Are you going to fall over? You're stressed, you're sweating, you're pulling it up, right? This is what we do. We choose this way to create success. Finally, the bucket comes and you have your water eventually, because we're all going to get to the success. Meanwhile, right next to you was a lever. This has the mechanism to you just stand there and pump, and the bucket goes down, gets to the water, you pump, it comes up, you get your water. What I want you to know is you have the power within you to live this principle. It's spiritual. You have the lever. You have the power. You can literally declare, this is the way I want success. This is the kind of success that I want. You can do it. You have it. You can choose the better way. So my inspiration for you this morning is to choose easy and relaxed success for 2021. It is a choice. It is a choice. The lever is there, but you have to choose it. So what's a practical way that I can leave with you this morning that you can begin to implement this in your life today? Well, like most Monday mornings, and I've talked about this many a times, we start with a to-do list. One way that you can begin, but you have to commit to this, to practice using this power that you have, is to create a manifested list. Create a manifested list for this week. Instead of making a to-do list of all the hard work that you're going to do this week to create success, write it as done. So I want to give a real example. Those of you that watch every Monday morning, you might remember back in December, one of our lives was we were going to make a list of 20 things, right? Here's mine. We were going to make a list of 20 things that we wanted to manifest. It is December 31st. Hopefully you can see that. It is December 31st, right? So I did this like 10 to 15 days before the end of the year. We made this list. This was our Christmas wish list. Each of us had to do it. Here is my list. By December 31st, pretty much every single thing on there was checked except one or two. I literally made this list, went about my business, that was it. Everything except one thing, or maybe at the most two, I think actually, yeah, 2 out of 20 things didn't manifest. That's all I did. I wrote it down, I considered it done, and I went on about my life. That is easy. That is the way to easily create success. And I just want to encourage you, go ahead and start doing that. Use your power. Make a manifested list every day if you want, but definitely every Monday morning. Make your manifested list for the week. That is the better way. All right. Now let's talk about financial success. Let's talk about, what it is that we are going to create in our finances this year. And we're not going to pull out Excel spreadsheets and a calculator and our QuickBooks and sit there and crunch numbers and figure it. We're not going to do that. We're going to choose easy in our finances. This is the biggest area of our life. And I want to show you how to choose the easier way. Those of you that were at the manifesting party, I know many of you are already registered, but I want you'll see the link on the screen. Go ahead and get registered because I'm going to show you how to create a visual representation of what your financial life will look like in 2021. You're not going to do numbers because your brain thinks in images and your brain creates. So I'm going to take you through the process. We're going to do the whole thing again. I'm going to show you how to do it to create a 2021 prosperity plan. You're going to write that part out, and then we're going to come together for a party where I'm going to show you the easy way to create financial results. I do not go nuts in my brain trying to figure out how I'm going to 4 times my income, whatever craziness I come up with every year. It's no big magical, like I sit here for a day and strategize. I do this. This is it. And this is what I want to show you, all of you, how to do. But you have to be registered for this party because it's not going to be live on Facebook. This is like clients pay me to show them how to do this. So this is going to be private, intimate. Only the people that are registered are going to be able to get access to this process and this information. So you want to go to tashachen.com/party. tashachen.com/party. So can you let me know that you're already registered? Go ahead and type money party. So I know that every one of you, you're all set, you're registered, the registration works, and you will be at the party. February 13th is the date. So go ahead and get registered if you're not. And if you are, let me know. Money party, #money party. Let me know that you guys are going to be there. Yes, Aura, you were probably the very first one to sign up. I love it. Tracy, money party. I love it. tashachen.com/party. Look at all these people I'm going to have a money party with. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's going to be so much fun. And those of you that are in our family, on Saturday, I gave you all a way to share this party with your friends. And it's a way that we have a system that tracks how many people you referred to the party. And we're going to say thank you. The biggest reward that we're going to give is a VIP day with me. You get to go do a VIP retreat with me. Like $5,000 is what I would charge for this. And I'm offering it as a thank you. We're going to have one winner of that. So you want to check your email. Go into your email and look for an email from me. It was sent on Saturday around 12:30. from Tasha at scienceofgettingrichatacademy.com. Tasha at scienceofgettingrichatacademy.com. And the subject line was join the abundance movement. So search either one of those. We sent you an email. It tells you your username and password and all the ways that you can share the party. Check out your email for that, because I'm really, 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 really excited to see who's going to win all the prizes that we have. All right, Ara says, it's mine, it's mine. A VIP with a great friend and mentor. Oh, I love it. Just registered, yes. All right, okay, guys, I love you. Have a great Monday. Pause this video, or when it ends, just sit for a moment and make your manifested list. Remember, you're choosing easy. I choose easy. Bye, everyone. Have a great Monday.